Hi there, this is Alvaro Yala, and today video I would like to show you the way how I did in order that my kids finally become a fluent person in English. I'm from Colombia and my English speak Spanish like their mother language, but I wanted that they became a fluent person in English. So I was struggling for a long period of time trying to learn English. For I didn't want that my kids struggled doing the same thing that I did. So in another video, I'm going to show you how I struggled for a long period of time. In today's video, I'm going to show you the way how I did in order that my kids finally become a fluent person in English. The first thing that I did, I tried to looking for dance a video like this. I remember I write down something like this, for example, English basic. And in this page, in YouTube, you are going to find maybe in this video. Okay, you can choose what you want. Okay, I choose this. And what is important with this is that your kids and is going to get used, get familiarized with these videos because that is the way how I believe that a kid can to learn a new language throughout the repetition. The listening is really important. So when your kid is able to listen the language, the target language, I believe that your kids familiarized with this new word. So what they need is to listen as much as they can. Okay, so let me tell you this. Okay, I'm going to put this video from the beginning. So this is the video, and I, w- I want that you keep in mind that in the first part you can to try to select the video for them, but you are going to understand that it's better that they choose their own videos, and I'm going to tell you this later. Okay, but let me to show you what you are going to be able to do in this particular video. Okay, the most of the video that you watch on YouTube, you can to do different kinds of things. One important thing that you can to do is you can to choose subtitles for them. And the most of the time, the subtitles are in English, okay? But you can choose any language that you want, okay? So you can to do, in settings, you go and you choose, for instance, Spanish like the subtitle, okay? Or you can choose whatever language that you can choose. Maybe you want to listen Bosnian, okay? And you will see that the subtitles say in Bosnian, okay? So in my case, I prefer to choose Spanish like like the language that I want to visualize my subtitle. So I'm going to choose Spanish. Okay. Now my kids are going to be able to watch the video, listen English, but they are the choice to read the subtitles in Spanish as well. Okay. So we are going to start. Okay, as you see, you at the same time that your kids are listening, what their guide is saying, they're going to be able to read because the more likely is that your kids is not going to be able to understand what this gear is saying. So for them, is better is they read the subtitle. That happens at the beginning, and don't worry about it because you can't to force them to listen a video that they don't have the choice. They had not the choice to to know what the person is saying. So it's not fair for them. So what I advise to you is try to use this feature that you two have, in order that is going to be easy for you, that your kids learn the language. Okay, so that is the first thing that you need to show them and score what you can to do.
In this lesson, you're going to learn new, more common ways to ask and answer the question, how are you?
And what your kids is going to do is that they are going to be able to back, 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and the video, in order that maybe they listen something, but they need to be carefully what she says, so they can to come back 10 seconds, and from that way your kids can be able to repeat what she say. Okay.
Only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn new, more common ways to ask and answer the question. You're going to learn new, more common ways to ask and answer the question, how are you? New, more common ways to ask and answer the question.
That is important, when you use YouTube, you can to combat 10 seconds the video or 5 second the video, and you have the opportunity to listen as much as you can, and it's up to you. You can to repeat over and over again until you feel that you understand. And the same thing, your kids is going to be able to do the same thing. So it's important to dance the features, and encourage you that maybe your kids don't know how to use it. So try to teach them how to do that, and the more likely is that they learn from their own how to do that. So don't worry about it. That is the first thing that you need to learn. You can't choose just video for that. But as I say previously, the better way that your kids encourage to watch these kinds of videos, as that they choose their own videos. So, for instance, if your kids feel interested to watch Bob Esponja, just sure that your kids watch Bob Esponja in when they are enjoying their afternoon with their friends. So you can to choose Bob Esponja in English. Okay, and you can to choose, for instance, this video. Okay. Oh, in this video, the difference with the other video is that the other video is about a teacher teaching English. Okay, in this video, your kids they are not worried to learn the language. They are worried, or they are interested to watch this particular video. And obviously, at the beginning, they are going to tell you that they don't want to watch the video because they're in English. But again, you repeat the same thing. You put the subtitle for them.
Well, this certainly has been a glorious day, but I better get back to class. Oh, you said it, buddy.
As you see, they are listening the video in English, but they are reading the subtitles in Spanish in this case. Okay, but it's important, that your kids get familiarized with this new word, and as you notice, is harder to understand this video than the previous one. In the previous one, a teacher tried to teach us, English, and because she was doing that thing, she speak clearly the language. But in this case, they are native, they are characters, and they are not interested to learn us a new language, so they're speaking us the a native way, and they are how they sound. Actually, in order that persons being able to understand the language need to have these levels of understanding, because it's the way how the native speaker told us that it's impossible to listen the person the same way, you know. The teacher told us a clearly and slowly way, but this character told us a faster way. So it's really hard for our kids at the beginning to understand what they are saying. I believe with the pass of the time, our kids get familiarized with this new word, with their accent. You know, suddenly I'm going to tell you that one day they're going to be able to understand what they're saying. Let me tell you that that is what is going to happen.
Sure you can't stay for just a short spell, SpongeBob? I mean, it's such a nice day and everyone's having a good time. No.
So what I say is that the only thing that your kids need to do in order to become a fluent person is to listen English as much as they can. From that, that is what I told you. That is what I tell you, that when you surround your kids with videos of YouTube, you are going to have the choice for them to learn their language of the appropriate way. You can't to try to force your kids to attend the classes. Maybe they're going to learn grammatic and the word and phrases, but when you surround your kids with listening, that is the more effective way how you can to do in order that they become faster way in fluent person in English. So that is my advice. That is the way how I did, and I highly recommend you to do the same thing. As I told you, my name is Alvaro Yala, and for me, it's something really great to try to help you in order that you can to be able to call your kids in a fluent person in English. So thank you, and I hope to see you later. Bye.